Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the card we're making today. This is another card featured in my Bella and Friends Make and Take class packet. All the details are over on my website. Here are the supplies. We've got thick Whisper White cardstock that measures 8.5 by 5.5. We've got Granny Apple Green that measures 5.25 by 4. We have another rectangle here that's 3 9/16 by 2.25. We have a 1 3/8 scallop circle, and then a flower from the Bitty Blooms punch pack. The Designer Series papers in the Brights collection, and this measures 5 by 3 3/4. We've got 2 rectangles. The larger one measures 3 15/16 by 2 9/16, and the smallest one is 3 3/16 by 1 13/16. These measurements will be on the free inspiration sheet. And then a 1 1/4 circle. Okay, that's for the thank you. Let me get the Simply Scored scoring tool. You're going to score this at 4 1/4. And fold to form the card base. I'm going to use my bone folder. I'm going to take my liquid glue and I'm going to add the Granny Apple Green to the thick Whisper White. Those of you that are getting the kit, if you've never used the Whisper White, you're going to fall in love with it. I love it for card bases. Next, we're going to add the Designer Series paper. You can use this side if you'd prefer. This time I'm going to keep things the same. You could also use this little piggy for this card as well if you didn't want to use Pretty Kitty or Bella and Friends. Okay, now this is the one that we're going to stamp on. So I'm going to take Miss Bella first. And if you'll notice, if you look real close, you can see that her tail kind of goes off the edge. I'm okay with that. You could use the Stamparatus if you wanted to make it a little bit closer to the cat. I'm okay with it being not perfect, although it doesn't look like I stamped it on the edge, so who knows how this is going to turn out. This cat makes me laugh. It's so cute. Maybe its tail will go off. Well, their ears are kind of connecting. You might want to use the Stamparatus just to make sure that you get them equally spaced apart. And I've shown you that in one of the other videos. Okay, let's go ahead and color. I'm using the light Smoky Slate and the light Granny Apple Green. Now, I will tell you that after I designed this card, it hit me that maybe I should have used the purple color. What is that purple color? All of a sudden, Gorgeous Grape. So yeah, if any of you guys make it using a different color, let me know. I was trying to use, well, everybody's getting 20 sheets of the Brights collection. And so in that Brights collection, they changed last year, so I haven't quite yet memorized them. But it's like, well, Flirty Flamingo, because I used that on one of the other cards. Coastal Cabana. Daffodil Delight. So Daffodil Delight will be another one of the cards, another color that we're using. And I don't use that color very often. So that card, maybe that card could have been Gorgeous Grape. Yeah. You guys will have to let me know. This would be my quick and dirty coloring. And you can use the color lifter to pull out some of the color if you want to. I'm not going to on this card since I did on a couple of the others. Okay. Now, turn this over and attach it to the Granny Apple Green. And then we're going to attach this to the Whisper White. Okay, now we can go ahead and add this to the card front using our dimensionals. I will tell you this though, it's better to actually add this and then add this, because we're not centering this piece. If you'll notice, the space here is about a thumbnail where this one is past, okay? And the reason I did that is because of the greeting. You don't want it coming off your card or it wouldn't fit in your envelope. You could put it down here on the bottom if you want. Maybe we'll make that change and we'll see which one we like better. What do you think? Yeah, we'll make that change. That way you guys can decide what you want to do. So we're going to be using this image, and the thank you, it has more words to it that I don't want to use. So I'm going to take a Post-it note and cover those words up. Now your kit, those of you that get it, are going to have this little 1 1/4 circle. It's kind of hard to stamp it unless you use the Stamparatus. So there'll be a little bit of extra white cardstock in your packets. Feel free to use that and then cut it out with your 1 1/4 circle punch, which is what I'm going to do, okay? Remove the Post-it note. Oh, it looks like I got ink on the side. If I did, we'll do it again. Oh, I didn't. Yay, good. Okay, now I'm going to cut out that image, and I want it to be more at the top, like right there, so that I can add the flower at the bottom. Maybe quite not that high. There we go. Okay, so this flower, I think I told you it was cut out with the Bitty Blooms punch pack. It is my favorite punch at the moment, just because it allows me to add a little embellishment to my projects without too much work. And I'm going to take my, what is this, paper piercer, and add a little rhinestone. Okay. So now how to add this. I better add it to the scallop circle first, right? This is totally on the fly, so I'm not sure this is going to work. So I just mentioned that maybe I would add the greeting to the bottom instead of the top. Let's see. No, I really don't want to. I'm going to add it on the bottom here and see. We might like it better down there, right? Now that the space is more at the bottom, then on this card, the space was more at the top. On this one, it's more at the bottom. So I'm just going to take my glue dot and place it right there. And I'm going to add it to this right there, okay? And then I'm going to take my dimensionals and add 1 in each corner. Sorry, I hear Elvis upstairs. We just got done having a little play date though, so he's okay. Okay. Now, remember, you don't want to center just the rectangle. You want to center like this whole focal point, okay? So I think that looks pretty good. This was maybe a little crooked. Okay, so here's the original. Oops, sorry, I shook the camera. Original, the one we just made. I like them both. Don't forget, there's a free inspiration sheet over on my website with all the measurements. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.